Hey guys, welcome to Blazing Guitars, where we talk about worship gear, music guitar, and everything in between. My name is Blaze Nelson, and today I wanted to build on the basic triad shapes that we've learned and talk about 7 chords. So, before we jump into it, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, thoughts, comments, or concerns, please leave a comment below and I will get back to you. If you'd like to support what I'm doing on the channel, you can do so at Patreon, which is linked in the description below. And I'll have chord charts to everything that I'm playing today linked on my website, which is also going to be in the description below. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Okay, so the basic concept of this video is pretty simple. We're going to take 7s and add them to the 4 basic triads that I talked about in this video linked above. If you have not seen that, go and watch that video because that's an important foundation for what we're talking about today. So let's start out with a major triad, and what we're going to talk about is adding the minor 7 and the major 7 to that triad. So for this example, we're going to be in E. So if you remember from the basic triads video before, an E major is going to be a 1, a major 3, and a perfect 5, which is an E, G sharp, and B. So if we look at our E major chord, we have an E, a B, E, G sharp, B, E. So you can see from this chord we have a lot of 1s and a lot of 5s and only 1/3, which is right here on this finger. That's why if you want to play an E minor, all you have to do is lift up this finger. It's a flat the third, so it becomes a G sharp and it goes to a G, which is a minor third. And now you have an E minor. Okay, but that's not what we're talking about today. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a major 7, that D sharp, to this chord. So that's written like this. Now if you see this written out, the major 7, this part of it, always refers to the 7. It never refers to the E, okay? So this tells us that it's a major chord, and then the major, this piece, tells us that we're adding a major 7 as opposed to a minor 7. So simply what we're going to do is we're going to find a 1 that we can flat, okay? Now, as I said, we have a lot of 1s and a lot of 5s on this, but there's only one root note that I can change, and that's going to be this guy right here, this E. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to flat this, but that's a little complicated, so I'm going to bring this finger up to cover this note, and then I'm going to flat it with this, and that's what this chord sounds like. Okay? Another major 7 chord is an F, and it sounds like this. Okay, you can hear it has a really nice tone to it. Just kind of real pleasant. It's a little jazzy too. Actually, these 7 chords all are very jazzy chords. They kind of give a little bit of a flavor to your chord progressions. Again, this is our E major 7. Now, let's add a minor 7. So that is written like this. Okay? So this part tells us that it's an E major chord, and this part tells us to add a minor 7. Okay? So that's really simple. What we're going to do is we're going to again take that 1, and we're going to drop it 2, which you just lift off and it's open. Okay? So we have E major 7, and E 7. So for our minor chord, we're going to start with A minor. So a minor triad is 1, minor 3, and perfect 5, which is A, C, and E. So let's play our A minor shape, which looks like this. So that's an A, E, A, C, E. A, E, A, C, E. So there's really only one 7 that is normally added to a minor chord. So I'm not going to harp on this for a long time, but we're going to add the minor 7. Okay, so that's going to be written like this. It's going to be an A minor 7. Again, if you see just a 7, it always refers to a minor 7 here. And this A minor piece tells us that it's an A minor triad, okay? So we have our A minor here, and what we're going to do is we're going to find a minor 7 to add. So again, we have a couple 1s, a couple 5s, but only 1 3. So we're going to look for one of our A's, which we have 2. So we have A open, and then this finger is going to be an A as well. So we need to drop this by 2 so that we have a minor 7, which is really easy. It becomes open. So this is an A minor 7. Okay? So minor triad, and then adding a 7 to it. And I should note that I'm not replacing any notes. I'm not losing any of the original 3 from the triad, right? So if you replace one of them and like lose a 3, for example, then it becomes a completely different chord. But since I'm not losing any of my original notes, I'm just replacing one of the repeat roots with a 7, then it's still considered the triad, just adding a 7 to it, okay? A7. Okay, and for this final one, we're gonna do a B diminished, okay? So we have a 1, a minor 3, and an augmented 4, okay? And then we're gonna add this 7, this minor 7 right here. So our original chord is gonna be written like this, which is B diminished. And we have a B, F, B, D, okay? B, F, B, D. Now we need to add that minor 7, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our extra B here and then drop it down, and it's gonna become this. Okay, and that's written like this. So again, this is the triad, B diminished, and then we have the 7, B diminished 7. Okay, so in review, we had an E major 7, which again was 1, major 3, perfect 5, major 7, okay? We have an E7, which is a 1, major 3, perfect 5, minor 7. We had an A minor 7, which is a 1, a minor 3, perfect 5, and then a minor 7, okay? And then we had B diminished 7, which was a 1, a minor 3, an augmented 4, and a minor 7. So there you go. I hope that was helpful. This video is just to show you that when you encounter those chords, you can actually figure them out. They're not mysteries. They have a lot of intentionality behind them, and they're just formulas, essentially. So if you can learn the formula and learn how to come up with the chords, you can recreate the chords and maybe even come up with new voicings that you don't know or that you've never seen before. And maybe it's something that you really like and enjoy. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave a comment below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great week.